gets them up, you know.
Although they even that's on you.
I always like to take a trip from that great show last night where they have over 1 million people walking around the so let's do our part I follow what you're very easy thing to do, both for you, for your family, and for the crew. So if you want to respond, tell the people about that. Well, today we're going to take you to another small and grade school, one of the others. And in between, we're going to do something. First up, radio control. Yeah, I got part of the same name, and I couldn't afford it. Skydiving is completely unbelievable. Form of paper product, epoxy, yeah, there we go. They are ducted fan airplanes, simulated jet flight. What's in the airplanes is two OS-91 engines for turning a shoot the dirty roll. Now these planes are equipped with main gear brakes, so they will be able to bring up to about 3/4 of their operating power before calling for the brake release on takeoff. The planes are equipped with a JR 10-channel radio, 13 servos to operate all the control functions of the aircraft. One of the most asked questions we have is how much do these things cost? Well, they're right at $4,000 per copy, and you build it. Just like all the
ready to get underway here, ladies and gentlemen, with, I think, in grand tradition of the Kissimmee Air Fair. This is reminiscent of the early air show days, and something that they've done traditionally every year is their parade. And I think it really sets the stage. The beginning of the Kissimmee Air Fair 91 parade is underway. Being led, of course, in the front by the motorcycle corps of the Kissimmee Police Department. The lights are flashing, the band is playing, and that band, of course, is the Disneyland Band. And from so I can hear him playing thunder now. I was right after all. There you can hear him coming along. You know, we are celebrating. It's been 50 years since December 7th. It's more than 8 o'clock. Pacific Standard Time, and I took the Hawaiian time. We all know. Attacked by the country of Japan, Pearl Harbor. At that time, they did not know that they had destroyed and the Grand Marshal for today is Mr. Forrest White of 3rd Tennessee Battalion Marines, and he's also president of the Local Staff here. And that is our Grand Marshal today. Also along in the cars that follow is Frank Fowler of the USS Argonne, who was a first-class photographer. He was in the Navy. Oscar Smith, USS California, with the gunner's mate second class. John Connell, Army Air Corps at Wheeler Field. And Milton Napier of the Marine Barracks in Air School Private. Those are the people that we salute and honor and thank for their patronage in that great World War II. Also in the car today, I'd like to mention and bring out who has been a real supporter of each and every airfare. But I'm wearing my Kissimmee golfing hat today. And I just want to tell you that I will be your narrator. I'll be trying to put you right in the cockpit of these airplanes, explain a little bit of what's going on between what the pilot's trying to do, or what he is doing. And nowadays we have men and women out there that will absolutely blow your socks off with some of these routines and entertainment. Not only the civilian performers today, but of course our military as well. The 2 recent returnees from the Operation Desert Storm and Desert Shield, of course. The airplanes, of course, we're talking about the Harrier 88B, which is on duty here, and who will be flying and doing what we call the fat lady's chore at the game. We've got Clint McHenry, two-time national champion and world competition and winner of the gold awards all over. And I've got a whole vest. You know, up here at the microphone at this time, I was talking to you about the United States Marine Corps and Harrier being on duty here. While we're watching the parade go by, I'd like to interview Captain John Rahm, who is going to be your track demo pilot with all sincerity. They will be starting the takeoff roll with their special equipped Eagle airplanes powered by the Lycoming IO 540 engine, fuel injected, putting out 260 horsepower. So I've told you all about it. Right now, center stage, ladies and gentlemen, down to your left, the famous Eagle aerobatic team. Okay, the airplane's lined up abreast in the diamond formation that they use to take off. Team leader Charlie Hillard checking to his left, looking at Gene Susie, looking to his right as he brings Tommy Poberezny into his sight. And he says, Eagles are moving. And ladies and gentlemen, here they come. Listen to the sound of those big Lycoming IO 540s. And watch for the traditional Eagle formation takeoff. Smoke on. And fan out. Now. All right. How about that? To the line of flight. Ladies and gentlemen, the Eagle. One does. Take a big wave up there. Round of applause for your command team. Let me really hear those hands come together one more time for the command parachute team in the opening of Kissimmee FAIR 31. All right, and all the pageantry that goes with it. What should be done? As you, if you go there, you can look back and say, I remember the day that this was being filmed. Keep those hands waving, because with the shots that they turn around and make it the crowd, you can say, that was me standing over there with that hat on. There's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. This trail has a golden roll. Later on in the show, for the complete performance. Toward the landing. Inside snap roll. Ladies and gentlemen, you're looking at Charlie Hillard, who is the first American in world aerobatic competition to win the gold for this country. Right there, Tommy Poberezny, winner of national aerobatic championships. Now, look at Gene Susie. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. There is 4 incredible snap rolls on the 45-degree downline. And then the side slip to the numbers. Boy, weren't they great. Now, they're going to taxi by in front of you here. They're going to take the intersection turnoff. And, folks, just to get the old blood and the International Aerobatic Club. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're a rough, right at in a decoy 56M. Now, this airplane is going to do things that you would not believe possible. Multiple vertical rolls. And watch as he comes down on the backside. Right straight down now towards the good old Mother Earth. A series of multiple snap rolls. All coming straight down. There's 2, there's 3, there's 4, there's 4 and a half. Unbelievable. Now up to 45 degrees. In the roll. And then you will turn the airplane over into the vertical down. So you see a complete roll following the point roll. Now, pull through up at the top. Now watch this as he comes over the top. As he picks up a picture in his windscreen. And there you see that's 1 and a half. And stopping here, playing right on point. With a step back to the with a complete roll up to it. That's it. All right, now from a 2 1/4 as he goes over, hammer heading it to the right. That engine turns a different direction than the American engine. And then a 3 1/4 snap roll coming right straight down. Now he's going to get straight and level once again for a short period of time as he does 2 points to the half roll to the invaded. And a skinny loop, and watch what happens right at the apex to the dead center. Watch right about here. Because he is going to go with the controls into a complete snap roll all the way around. How about that? From a snap right on over. Now, to follow that with a half loop on the center roll. I'll tell you one thing, here's another tire announcer out. He'll keep you going, folks. Don't take your eye off of it for 1 second, because if you do, you'll miss about 3 to 4 maneuvers. Okay, now he's going to follow this S2B. He'll go up, clear the area, and be back in a little bit later.
It's okay.
Maneuver that he does in this airplane is the landing. Should be delivered sometime this year in '92, and boy, just imagine being able to take a ride in. Never seen Derek fly before, but those double takes is absolutely going to astound you in this performance. It hasn't done him already. Look at that. The computer roll. 3 1/4. You just feel it out. If it doesn't feel right, I won't take a chance. I'll go around. He's about to touch down. His head is only 2 to 3 feet off the ground. Does he? No, it doesn't feel quite. He bounces down one more time. Now, Craig, you don't have that much runway left. All right, he wisely decides. On back on the power, boy. Set it down. Oh, there is, how about that? And I mean with precision. Ladies and gentlemen, there you see Mr. Double Take himself in the Bose-sponsored airplane. That is something I hope you caught on camera, because, folks, you and I know that that was a wild, wild maneuver. Now, I'm going to go ahead and drive on down here. I can actually talk and drive at the same time. Something that has been, thank you very much. That is very difficult for me at times. Craig does the impossible, and I just do the difficult. How you folks doing here? Well, all right. Something like a Pratt & Whitney. A Pratt & Whitney R985 that produces 500 horsepower. Really is to fly. I mean, cockpit just a little bit more comfortable than what the normal cross-country sprayer is. And he's come up with this unbelievable conservation. Or you're worried about the environment, let me tell you. And has been determined. On down the flight line. Yes, sir. Stand up and cheer. A big, noisy biplanes is your thing. This is the one. Hey, don't forget, immediately following the show today, each performer, neon hands, autographs, and all of us. I know it's probably leaving early because get the airplane back over and this is how this man is time of relaxation doing what we do here. Look at that beautiful right in the we hear that lag-humming six-cylinder engine pumping out 260 horsepower. There's one, there's two. We see the Avemco Insurance Company, their sponsorship for the year of 91 on the bottom of their wing. There's those beautiful eagle-feathered airplanes. The symbol of the eagle on the side of sometimes referred to as the big stop sign in the sky, the 8-sided moon. 8 distinct sides. 6, 7, and right there, 8 Sally Winners, the man whose head is held high when he took the World Championships away from the Russians. Now we see him stop the airplane, and then just before it falls back on its tail, in goes the left rudder. As he comes down the other side, a little opposite rudder now, and a little right in the line. Ladies and gentlemen, there's 1, there's 2, and 3, and 4. You know, Charlie Hiller would be the first one. That rubbish stomach and cutting your head. Now Charlie goes up. I think we're going to get a thrill. Absolutely flies backwards to its own fault about 4 sections on the runway. We're going to see a whole bunch of this. It's the master himself, Mr. Charlie Hiller. Ah, yes. None of this, ladies and gentlemen. This is what's called a roller 360, where the airplanes roll to the right, stop when you come level. It was to happen. The date, December the 7th, 1941. The time about 7:55 in the morning in the beautiful Hawaiian Islands. It is a bright, clear, sunshiny morning. The United States ship Arizona was just raising the flag over the ship. Wind from the northwest. The Imperial Japanese fleet. The and the Suikaku at various flew 250 miles to invade American major airship base at the island of Pearl Harbor. The island of Oahu, Pearl Harbor being the great water port. Imagine yourself a young man, you're 18, 19, 20 years of age, ladies and gentlemen, you're scared to death. This is your first invasion, your first involvement with war. From the mainland, and they were going to church, and they were going to do so many things that normal, bright, sunshiny Sunday morning. and Aranka Champ was flying around over the island of Oahu. A man was learning how to fly with 235 gray airplanes from the Imperial Japanese fleet came into Pearl Harbor. Listen to the sound. Watch the flames and the smoke. Think about what it might have been like that December the 7th morning. Indeed, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, our Ambassador Cardell Hall was the nation to participate in war 1,000 miles from the flight deck of the Imperial Japanese Navy. 6 straight ships of the sea had been put into the water during the 1930s by Japan, the Akagi, the Gaga, the Hiryu, the Shoryu, and then in 1938 and 1939, 2 brand new ships, the Shokuku and the Suikoku, were put into the sea. Stands for Tiger, Tiger, Tiger. Commander Fushida called back to the Imperial Japanese fleet when he recognized that he had completely surprised American forces at the island base of Japan. Tora, Tora, Tora! These aircraft are almost exact replicas of the exact same aircraft. Even the colors and the markings on the aircraft are the same as those which would have flown from them during 1939 through 1945. Photo pass with the FAIR logged in. Tom Higgins is the second aircraft from Houston, Texas. And in the third Cape Torpedo bomber, Dave Hatton from Houston, Texas. You'll notice that the aircraft carried a machine gun in the third position. This was the same aircraft that Commander Fushida, who was the commanding officer of the actual attack at Pearl Harbor, flew from. He was in the center seat of an aircraft very Imagine what was going on in America at that particular time, ladies and gentlemen. Enemy attack aircraft was used throughout World War II and even up into Korea. The aircraft carried a crew of 5 pilots, co-pilots, bombardier, navigator, and radio. A second of the Mitsubishi A6M20. You'll notice, ladies and gentlemen, if you look carefully at these aircraft that have been built starting in 1939. Remember, at that particular time, the aircraft of America were being built by Cessna, Piper, Beechcraft, Taylorcraft, Interstate, all of these great old airplane companies that aren't even in business, many of them anymore. But the aircraft were built from metal fuselage, and they had rag wing covers. If you'll go over into the sunset glow. Those men who loved life the same as we, and yet laid it all at the altar of freedom so that we might gather here and breathe the sweet air of freedom. And as we salute them, may God bless our country, America. We thank you, Kissimmee, Florida. We of the Confederate Air Force have been delighted to participate in this show. We hope you enjoy and have enjoyed. And we hope and we sincerely pray that you enjoy the freedom of this great nation as much as we do. It's people like you that make it all.